stream is coming on. Posted us on Twitter. All right. And we're back to A Crown of Cold Iron. So last time we had a bit of an interlude session. We called it Himbo Fight Night Hangover. Our intrepid heroes narrowly survived the collapsing extra-dimensional fight club underneath the bar Banner and Norton's. You didn't quite find the information you were hoping for, but you found other interesting information, and you've been following up on various leads. And now you all are getting things in order to go off and have your first confrontation with Cawthorn, Allen, Tarr, and Smith, the law office that has been harassing Lexi's establishment with rezoning processes. But more importantly, which you all have discovered, is a sort of front operation seemingly put in place by Fey opposition. So you all are off to investigate. And I think the very last thing that happened was you all received a gift from Maine, the third partner of Banner and Norton's. She gave you a dimensional anchor, which she crafted herself. The dimensional anchor, when you unwrapped it, began to integrate itself with Lou's, reactivating some of the dormant magic within the establishment. And I think the consensus was you all were looking for more sort of defensive and protective enchantments.
Yeah.
So just mechanically, the most immediate and obvious effect is that creatures within Lou's can't be scryed upon. You cannot teleport directly into Lou's anymore. You can still teleport like... it's probably a 50-foot radius out from the building itself. So you can teleport within a certain radius, but you cannot teleport into the building.
Some of us never could teleport into the building.
That will hopefully head off all sorts of other possible issues that could occur in the future. There's some other effects, but you'll have to investigate those more thoroughly to discover them.
I would not be surprised if we find this out because Vela storms in like, why can't I get in anymore?
Actually, I think Flash jump cut. It's a future time. You've invited Vela to come join you at Lou's, and there's an audible like, and you hear a crash and a thud of something slamming into something at great speed, and then rolling down into the giant dumpster outside. The door is thrown open. The doorknob is like melted halfway to slag by the heat coming off of her hand. There's sappy like beer grossness and like parts of appetizers and she comes in furious and like simultaneously like snaps her fingers, but also stomps her foot, and a like burst of fire just erupts around her and burns it all away and leaves a distinctive circular char mark on the ground underneath. And now we're back to the present. So last time you had also gone to the hospital, following up on a lead with the human trafficking issue that Auric had been put onto by Lord Lambton. Auric tried to contact his cousin Argent, which did not seem to go well, and we'll see the results of that in the future. Is there anything else you want to do before you go to the Mr. Buchanan's office of the Cawthorn, Allen, Tarr, and Smith legal group?
No. Think we're ready.
Can't think of anything.
All right. So you were talking about going at night. How late are you planning to go?
Is there a certain time of day that the Fae sleep?
I mean, if we're talking about cat fae, then all.
I'm just thinking, like, do we want to go in once it's dark, or do we want to wait until like after midnight? Or I don't know these things about Fae.
Fair people, just like you and me.
Okay.
I am fae.
Yes. Well, you may be Fae, but you're not the most common example of Fae. So your uniqueness.
Yeah, your best guess is that there's really no way of knowing. They're cats and they're fae. You would normally expect cats to be oftentimes more active at night, but at the same time, they're also fairies, so who knows? All right. In that case,
What does our resident breaking and entering expert think?
Wait, after, I think at least like after 10. Like I want to get well post dark,
Yes.
Yeah.
somewhere between 10 to midnight.
all right, I have dropped you onto a map. If I've done it correctly, you can see nothing, correct?
I see a black square.
I see a black square.
All right, can you see my ping? Whoops, probably have the wrong layer. Can you see my ping?
Oh, yes, I do.
Go ahead and drop yourself a token right there.
All right.
And I'll go ahead and I'll remember this time, and I'll double check your dark vision before we get going.
How do I do this?
Yeah, remind me how to do this again.
So on the second or third tab, there's one that looks like a little newspaper, and you should see your character there, and just drag it, and it should drop a token, ready to go. Okay. Yep, we've got Alexi.
Okay. Do you need me to drop Auric? Get an Auric dropped.
Looks like we got Auric. Oh, now we have 2 Aurics.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
I dropped 2 because I still can't see.
Yeah. I have Auric. I have the ability to drop Auric on mine, so I was like, do I need to drag Auric?
Auric also doesn't have dark vision, so that could be part of it.
Yeah.
Yep. But now Auric does have vision, so that's good.
Ah, hey.
Oh, I can see Auric.
I can see very little.
And
I can see an Auric token. So that's something.
I don't know what it is. I can never grab off of that. I don't know if I'm on the wrong tool.
Let me double check. You definitely have a token attached. It's weird.
Like I can grab I can grab Cyrus, and I can drag Cyrus. I can drag the word Cyrus.
And
that's what I did, and
yeah, you're on there. There's just nothing to see yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm just mostly making sure that you are on the screen and your tokens are configured.
Ah, okay.
Yep. All right. Yep. Now there's lots of Cyrus clones. It's the doppelganger knife again.
Not
oh
again.
no! All the doppelgangers.
All right. So we'll start sort of before this moment. So describe sort of your general approach. What's the time? Just to give you an idea, it is a standalone building. It's in sort of a nicer kind of office park area with an emphasis on park. It's in a nicer area of town, the name of which I have. So it's in a nicer area down towards the plaza, sort of between like Plaza and Old Imperial. It is a very expensive part of town. There's lots of like. Go ahead and everyone give me. We'll just call this. We'll call this a history check.
History check.
15. Dang, Ark.
20.
The
13.
Fae does well.
All right. Yeah, I have no idea why Auric would know this per se.
Recent research. Avela mentioned it in passing.
Yeah, actually, that's a good example. So I think that probably, I mean, the Blackthorns are wealthy, like super wealthy. Actually, I'm even going to say on that roll, Auric, you've been down here. There is a branch of a financial firm, and basically, like, Vela came down here to pull a little money out of her trust fund one day, and you just tagged along. And she doesn't like go to a bank. Like someone, this is like a concierge service, and literally just like an envelope stuffed with cash was handed to her. So you've actually been down here. Lexi, you've heard of some of these places, and Cyrus as well, with that role. This would still be very much in your wheelhouse. These are like... you recognize the names of like companies you hear about on the like financial news, like big hedge funds and investment companies. You see a few like discrete headquarters of like massive like conglomerates and, you know, companies that like don't make anything but money, if that makes sense. This is where they live. So the offices of Cawthorn, the branch of Cawthorn, Allen, Tar, and Smith here, is sort of set off by itself a little ways from other buildings. There are some trees surrounding it. It looks like it's about 3 stories. It's got that kind of vibe of like, it looks like a nice house, but it's clearly not a house, if you know what I mean. But that's the aesthetic here, is sort of like, almost like old historical mansion kind of office building style. There's parking close by, but there's also some lots sort of scattered further out. How do you all want to approach this place?
I'm going to say let's park in one of the further out lots. I don't know. Do we think we're going to need to make a quick getaway, or do we want to keep the car away from the scene of the crime?
More
I
inclined to
say
say
keep
the
away.
latter.
Keep it away. Yeah. Pokey's probably gotten some notoriety, probably been on the news. I mean, there was that one time that Zyra drove Pokey into the building, so Pokey's been on the news.
I think you all were never actually caught for that. I think you managed to sort of bail.
Okay. I was gonna say there's probably some random like viral Twitter video or something.
Also, I'll remind you all of this because it will be helpful. Do I not have this written anywhere? Maybe that's why you've... Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, the Beersall Pact Brew can be used to cast Hero's Feast, if that is of interest.
Okay. Let me. So, what does remind me of what Hero's Feast then does?
Hero's Feast gives all of you temporary hit points. Let me just find the list before I say it. So it lasts for 24 hours. You're cured of all diseases and poison. You become immune to poison and being frightened, and you make all your wisdom saving throws with advantage. You also increase your hit point maximum by 2d10 hit points.
Okay.
And you can use it once per week.
This might be an advantageous time to use it.
Yeah.
We think
Yeah.
we might be in a tussle,
Something that we could have done beforehand.
or do we want to save it for?
Yeah.
I don't know whether we want to use it now or save it for like going up if we're gonna go like investigate the warehouse. Like I'm not expecting to get into a fight.
One would hope.
Yeah.
Let's see. Poison, fright, and advantage on wisdom saves. Yeah, I don't. Hopefully, none of that will apply here.
Well, wisdom, we're gonna have to do reading.
Well, but those not saves though.
Oh, saves, right.
I'm also adding what I think will work. Oh, come on. There is yelling at the dog. I added something like the rage item that Lexi has, that will give you the benefits of Hero's Feast when you're ready to use it. So I'll drop those in when you are ready.
Okay.
All right. So as you approach,
So Cyrus is gonna use his coat and do a not like partner law. I think like not a suit, not transform into a suit like good enough for like a partner at a law firm, but like a lower level lawyer. But that is extra security. He's also looking for a spot to slip into an alley and cast invisibility.
Oh, I'm touching light posts.
Right.
So Cyrus, are you kind of going out ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, give me. Let me double check your sheet and see what's the easiest way to do it. So from your description, this is a charisma stealth check. So it's basically going to be your normal stealth roll -3 because you're using your charisma mod instead of your dex. I'll also go ahead and I'll give you advantage too because you're dressed the part.
All right, we'll take a 23.
All right, on a 23, you look like you're supposed to be here. And actually, like as Cyrus walks off with all this confidence, after he gets a few paces, you are like, man, yeah, he seems like he's supposed to be here. Are you going to report back to the group, or are they making their own way?
I was gonna say I was gonna give. Wait, do I have? No, I don't. Okay. I keep thinking I took a message. I'm gonna give Auric my token. In case I need it, but
So what is your token?
I think this time it'll be he'll like reach up and just like cut off a hunk of hair and like tie something around it and hand it to you.
I think as you pull it and sort of infuse it with your magic, the hair sort of blurs in this disturbing organic way, and what he hands you is like a couple of feathers tied together.
Okay.
All right. So you've handed off your token. There's not really an alley per se. I would think the best you're going to get is like up against a wall or like next to a tree or something.
Okay.
Because again, this is sort of like nice, like open, manicured spaces with lots of big open parking lots interspersed. You could probably like duck into some trees or something and get a little cover.
Okay.
All right.
Do it that way then.
So you are becoming invisible.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, and I guess I'm getting my mage hand up, turning it invisible, and then I'm going invisible. Because I don't know if mage hand technically breaks invisibility.
All right. I wouldn't think so. I think usually once you've cast a spell, as long as it's not concentration, they should interact fine.
Okay.
All right. So as you approach the building, not too close yet. We'll say you're still kind of at the tree line. It's just sort of this sort of square, sort of. Again, it's kind of in that fancy house aesthetic. You see that there's a lot of windows. There's very like tasteful landscaping, impeccably kept. There's a discreet little like plaque by the door. Even at a distance, you can kind of tell by the super long first line that it's the Cawthorne Allen Tar and Smith, sort of brand there, with some little info underneath that's harder to see from there. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna kind of to get around like the perimeter, or like are there other buildings? It's kind of interested in looking for spots where I could stand close-ish and then use my mage hand to see if I could get open. I'll check windows or maybe a back door for locks and see if I can pick one with my mage hand.
Yeah. What would you check first?
I think I'd probably look for like first floor windows.
You're here.
All right.
First.
Yeah, give me a thieves' tools check. Or are you checking it first?
I'm not sure what you mean.
So you said you're gonna try and check a first floor window.
Yeah.
Are you examining it in any way, or are you just gonna try and get it open?
Probably examine it first.
All right. Give me a perception check.
$18.
All right. With an 18, with an 18, you can see there is a simple lock mechanism, but it's not anything fancy. You would easily be able to sort of work your tools in and sort of pop this lock and be able to slide this window open.
Okay.
On an 18, you don't see any visible sign of like an alarm trigger or anything. Just the lock.
Cool. All right. Yeah, he'll back up a little bit and use Mage Hand to do the check.
There's so much noise happening. Yeah, you're able to use the Mage Hand. Go ahead and give me a Thieves' Tools check.
$18.
All right.
Okay. All right. On an 18, it works basically like you expected. You're able to sort of your hand. There's an awkward invisible motif of you sort of tableau of you sort of handing your thieves' tools to your own invisible mage hand, and then just like the little tools bob through the air by themselves, and you're able to sort of move the latch piece aside, and it's ready to open.
I think I'll head in.
All right. So you. So you. So you are able to open the window. You're able to open the window. You pass through, and you are standing just past the front door of the lobby. Hello, welcome to Cawthorn, Allen, Tarr, and Smith. How can we help you today? And we cut to outside. Are you all watching Cyrus go through this window?
Well, he turned invisible, so probably not.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you're not. So you see the window open, I guess, if you're sort of watching closely, and then nothing. So yeah, Cyrus, you are now standing in a well-lit lobby. That looks like this. There is, I don't have them here. There is a person standing at that desk. They're sort of greeting you as you come in. It's a young woman in sort of nice professional wear, hair sort of tied back, and she repeats in almost the exact same voice, "Hello, welcome to Cawthorn, Allen, Tarr, and Smith. Do you have an appointment?"
Is she looking towards me?
Yeah, straight at you.
Okay. Am I still invisible?
As far as you can tell.
Okay. And kind of like, where does the room go?
So you can see there's sort of a waiting area to your left with some couches and some little like coffee table type spaces. You see the desk. There's sort of a multi-screen setup there. To your right, there's like promotional kind of like mural on the wall. There's a little screen with like a video of people. And in the back, there seem to be two, what you would easily recognize as elevator doors, just past where she's sitting.
Okay. I think I just want to like really quietly like walk really quietly and slowly like walk to one side and see if it looks like she's tracking me at all, or if this is just a like projection that's just talking.
Her head cleanly follows you.
Ugh.
Welcome to Cawthorn, Allen, Tarr, and Smith. Do you have an appointment?
You know what? I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna keep going to the elevator.
All right. Yeah, you're able to just walk up to the elevator.
Are there buttons?
There is one button.
Does she look real?
Give me a perception check.
Because like the lights were off and everything. All right. Well, I presume. I don't know if I checked that, but 13.
13. Yeah, looks legit.
Okay. But like, because like the lights were off and they came on when I stepped in.
So I'll give you this, even with a 13. You crawled through a window, like into what looks like probably like a small office with the lights out. And you somehow instantaneously went from like crawling through the window to standing in a well lit lobby.
Oh, okay. I thought I just had picked the wrong window. Okay, I didn't realize I actually like moved.
You have no perception of like intervening motion, or you were doing one thing and then you were here.
So can I see the window that I used?
You cannot. You're looking out like very tinted windows and a glass door, looking out what appears from your sort of surveillance. It looks like the front of the law office, the main entrance.
Okay. Push the button.
All right. There's a very pleasant ding, and the doors open. You can see it's one of those elevators with like doors on each side. There are a lot more buttons on the elevator panel than makes sense. Are you going to step inside?
Am I gonna step? I don't really want to button mash the elevator. I have no idea where I'll end up if I step inside and button mash the elevator.
So what are you doing?
Mm. We'll go check. Is the front door locked?
Are you going to go back and try it?
Yep.
All right. Yes, the front door appears to be locked.
Okay. Can I unlock it? Can I pick it from the inside?
Give me a Thieves' Tools check.
Okay. Ooh. 14.
So you go to manipulate this lock, and you are now holding a flower.
Ooh.
So let's cut to outside. So Oric and Lexi, it's been a minute now. You all we left you sort of at the car, basically, watching Cyrus kind of walk off into the distance. It's been several minutes now. You all saw him sort of head off, duck away, and then if you were very acute, you saw the window open. And then it's been a few minutes. You thought you'd see like signs of motion or anything. You haven't seen anything. What do y'all want to do?
I start poking at the token, like, how does this thing work? Testing 1, 2. Any response?
So the token is one way only, and it's from Cyrus to you.
Gotcha.
Cyrus, has it occurred to you to say anything?
Yeah, I mean, at the point that I can't get out, Cyrus is going to report back in. But
All right. So you all have been apprised of Cyrus's sort of current situation. What are you guys doing?
No.
I don't want to go in, but I would also like to not leave Cyrus trapped all alone.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I can go button mash it in the elevator, but I don't know how that's going to turn out.
it sounds like it's not dangerous in there. Do we want to go in?
I don't know. There's part of me that's like, can Lexi scale a building?
Screw it, I'm going in. I'm using the cloak to stealth my way to the open window.
All right. These are named streets. So also make sure you're keeping a list of all of your street lights. Just sort of
I'm
general.
doing my best. Doing my best.
All right. So give me a stealth check with advantage.
Woo! Dirty 20.
All right.
Yeah, you're able to sort of cross the space between a couple of these buildings without any problem.
I suppose that Lexi will then follow behind.
All right. Give me a stealth check without advantage.
That's what I figured. Hey, 19.
Nice.
All right, yeah. You all are able to sort of cut through. It's the evening. I mean, you've seen there is like private security sort of milling around. Not a ton of it, but just sort of like, you all probably sitting there noticed the same car has driven by a few more times than you would expect, and it's got that kind of like rent a cop styling to it, where it feels like there's probably lights, but they're not like a huge array on top, and they're not on.
Just a tiny little bar right above the rearview mirror.
Yeah. So you all make your way there.
Is the window still open?
The window is still open.
Well, I guess I'm going in.
All right.
See you on the other side, maybe.
Lexi, you watch this happen now. It's almost got that wobbliness. I mean, you've seen this effect. It's illusory doors everywhere. When Auric sort of extends his arm through, the space that he's reaching into kind of like around, and you are in the lobby. Welcome to Cawthorn, Allen, Tarr, and Smith. Do you have an appointment?
No.
If you don't have an appointment, I'm afraid you need to wait over here until the party you're here to see is available. And she gestures towards the couch.
I will happily wait, thank you.
All right, Lexi, are you coming in?
Yep, I'm coming in.
Same deal. And you all are in this lobby. There is a woman in professional wear behind the desk, 2 elevators, wall with a mural, and a long couch.
When she speaks to me and greets me, my first response is, "Oh shit," because they didn't think that the building would be occupied.
And I'll have both of you give me a perception check.
18.
15.
All right. It fully takes the 18. Auric, you catch 2 things that are odd, to say the least. The first is that when you sort of look through the windows are like very tinted, so it's kind of hard to see the quality of light outside. But like having a heads up that there's something weird here, you look out, the time of day doesn't even look right outside. It looks like it's like a sunny afternoon, even though it's very, very muted by the tinting. Also, the person at the desk keeps talking, and you just catch like the tiniest slip. Welcome to Cawthorn, Allen, Tarr, and Smith. Meow, can we help you today? What are you all doing?
I'm assuming you tell me that it meowed at you.
I have to take a moment to think about the fact that it meowed at me. And if I want to say anything about it, do you embarrass the receptionist?
Can we see any sort of like directory?
Yeah, there's a small panel between the 2 elevators with like lists of different like associates' names and like sub offices.
I turn to the receptionist and ask if there's a snack machine.
We have complimentary water and small snacks right over here. And she shows you like a little mini fridge.
Can I find Buchanan on the directory?
Yes, Buchanan is like the topmost name and seems to be on the topmost floor.
Is there any indication of there's not like a who works for who kind of thing, right? Like I couldn't figure out like this person is Buchanan's associate.
So give me a raw intelligence check.
$11.
So with an 11, I mean your guess is top office, top dog, or top cat in this case.
Right.
Buchanan seems to be the highest ranking person in this office. You also just sort of casually note to yourself, there are no Cawthorns, Allens, Tars, or Smiths on the directory.
Yeah, so I was trying to think if there was any way to figure out somebody who might work like a rung or two under Buchanan to like go visit them first. But if it's all just names, then
I mean, smart money would say that probably people. He seems to have the whole top floor to himself, but likely the next floor down would probably be the next most important people.
right. So I think my instinct is to go like 2 floors down from top and like go poke around there from first, see what happens.
All right, are you calling the elevator again?
Yep.
All right. Are you all going to follow into the elevator?
Right now, I'm just still digging through the fridge. Do you have anything tuna flavored?
Cyrus will explain the plan.
I will follow
Yeah, I'll follow.
with tuna treats in hand.
All right. So you head into. You follow him into the elevator. The elevator is very sort of sleek and modern looking, but with very like ornate touches. Like there's at least a veneer of like a very expensive looking hardwood that the buttons are set into. So you're aiming for basically like the second or third highest floor.
Yep.
All right. You press the button. There is no sense of motion whatsoever. And you hear ding, and the door opens. Give me just a second. Actually, just for grins and giggles, Auric, roll a 1d4, and Cyrus, roll a 1d4.
Oh no!
Actually, I'll have each of you roll a 1d4. We'll just do 1d4s all around.
1.
All right.
2.
4.
All right. All right. Let me grab up all your tokens.
Okay.
Make copies. Put you in the elevator. I couldn't get the elevators to center correctly, and it really drove me crazy.
I can believe it.
It's the little things.
All right. The door opens, and It does not open into perhaps the hallway that you were expecting. It opens into a truly massive, cavernous open space, populated by what looks like over 100 cubicles, just in perfect rows all the way back, farther than you can see. There is just the faintest hint of light in here, but it's almost useless. It's like a weak bulb, like hanging like 100 feet in the air above you, just kind of, and occasionally it kind of like and pops a little bit. What do you all do? Oh, sorry. One more thing first. Auric, give me a 1d12.
Uh-oh. 11.
11. All right. Okay. 11 is actually a really good roll.
Really good for us or really good for you?
It's really good for you. Let me just set this. As you walk into the room, you see that there is a... Nope. Why is it invisible? Low light, directional light, light color. Why isn't this light showing up? Oh, there we go, because you had to move. There we go. As you walk through, you can see there is a bright red light shining on the door you just came through.
Red is not good.
Me?
Should we be on a new map, by the way?
Oh, hey, yeah. I forget that you don't just, like, appear. Ta-da! Good catch.
I gotta go zoom out and hopefully find myself.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Wow. So the red light on the elevator door behind us and a single flickering light overhead.
Somewhere.
So there's a flickering light up, like way up in the ceiling. There is a different red light shining on the door you just came through, which is no longer elevator doors. It is just like a plain set of doors.
All right.
So do we explore all the cubicles or do we go back through the door?
Okay.
Let's see. If I move here.
So Colby, I can move Auric. I think I can't move myself.
Weird.
Yeah, I just moved Auric on my screen.
Don't move me.
I can't move myself. I don't know why.
What in the world? I literally just copied you off the map that you were on, and it changed you.
Now I have the ability to do it.
It changed you to a Cyrus token. I don't know why.
Okay.
Weird.
I'm not getting any extra view. Like I just went to look at a cubicle and I can't see anything.
Because
But
it's dark.
okay.
Yeah, your only source of light in the room, you're getting just the faintest hint of light across the top of the cubicles.
Okay.
But the red light behind you is the only light in this space.
Okay.
It is creepy. This is like your footsteps are like echoing as you walk through this space.
I'm gonna break out the Fey Flame torch if that's all right.
Go for it.
All right. Fey Flame Torch is same light as a torch.
I think so. 20-foot radius and then dim for an extra 20.
Had to prep something real quick.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you're in this space. Fey Flame Torch. It's going to give you light like a torch, which is going to be 20 and 20.
Hey.
You can see more cubicles.
Big surprise
So
there.
many cubicles.
Is there anything like do they appear to have ever been used?
Would you like to investigate?
Yep.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
$14.
On a 14, it looks. You've been in a lot of offices. It looks like this space has been used, but what sticks out is you don't see like the little personal touches that you would expect in this kind of space.
Well, like, are there like paperwork or files or anything?
On a 14, on a 14, you what would you be looking for? Like what would you be checking for?
Probably looking for anything real estate related to lose, honestly.
So there's a computer. There's what looks like a drawer with files. That's probably the most obvious places to check. Which one are you looking at?
We'll go files first.
All right. So, as you look through the files, do you speak Sylvan? Yes.
Yep.
Nope. I'm looking at Auric.
I do.
Okay. This paperwork is in Sylvan. And it doesn't make any sense. In the sort of date box, it says there. Under like department, it says was. Under name, it says certainly.
There was certainly.
Yep, it continues. Do you want to keep reading?
Yep.
Just give me an intelligence check to piece this together, because it's sort of like it's written in a way that is you're reading a different language scattered across a piece of paperwork.
19.
You're able to sort of reconstruct the message, and there's no actual information. And what it has instead seems like a clip from you're not sure what. There was certainly too much of it in the air. Even the Duchess sneezed occasionally. And as for the baby, it was sneezing and howling alternately without a moment's pause. The only things in the kitchen that did not sneeze were the cook and a large cat, which was sitting on the hearth and grinning from ear to ear.
Okay. I'll try the computer.
All right. The computer boots up. It is password locked. Give me a... Do you want to try and get into it?
Yeah.
Give me a technology check.
$13.
On a 13, you're able to exploit a backdoor. It seems like these are running just like the most basic security, not really anything meaningful to you. Basically, you just are able to pull like a little flash drive out of a pocket, and it runs a little script that pulls the password for you. When you open it, the desktop is just more files, and they're all the same way.
All in Sylvan and all garbled.
Yep.
They all have the same segment of the story.
No, they don't.
I think probably since Oric doesn't know what else to do, I'm looking over Cyrus's shoulder. Assuming Cyrus is visible again.
Probably not. It hasn't been an hour.
I see a file open and I look down at it. And try to figure out, well, is this like a children's story or something that I would recognize from growing up in Fairy?
Give me... Let's call this a luck check.
So pure D20?
Yeah.
For a luck check, I rolled a 13.
13. I would say that you recognize little bits of this. But it is a human story. But you don't know why with a 13.
Still, so it's a human story written in Sylvan on insurance claim forms.
What's Lexi doing?
Lexi is just kind of standing around, not even sure.
Trying to stay in the light.
Trying to stay in the light. Although I guess I probably have a flashlight, don't I?
Yeah, you have a flashlight.
Oh, heck yeah. Turn that flashlight on, girl.
All right. I have to remember, I gave flashlights like a weirdly specific. Let's see, flashlight. Okay, you have two different settings.
Okay.
There is. There is a low, standard, or flood setting.
Probably gonna go with standard.
All right, that is a 100-foot long, 15-foot radius column.
Oh, damn. Nice. Because my thought was that I was gonna go into the cubicle that I'm directly in front of and see what I could see there. Since the guys are looking at a different cubicle.
I'm just going to hit that and see what that is doing. I think I've got it way too wide.
Okay.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay.
You have turned on a very bright flashlight compared to this very dim space.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also why you are the first target.
Oh, fun.
An arrow comes flying out of the dark air, and it's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit, but I have my gloves of missile snaring, so I imagine that I have a hand free and I can reduce my damage.
All right, and that uses your reaction.
Yeah,
All right,
because when a ranged weapon attack hits you while you're wearing them, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus your dex modifier,
all right.
provided that you have free hand.
Go ahead and roll it.
Okay. Let me find a d10. And what is my dex modifier? +2, so that's a 12.
You fully reduce the first arrow, and the second one is going to catch you for 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and have all of you roll for initiative.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, damn it. I almost landed on the 20.
That was like a 16 to me. How is it a 4?
I rolled an 8. It said 16 to me. I got 16.
No, Cyrus got a 16.
Oh, Cyrus got a 16? Okay. I saw 16.
How do digital dice get cocked?
I don't know.
It's a choice they made.
Yes. I didn't have to make that choice.
Lexi, you hear what just looks like a large, like, alley cat jumps over the top of one of these cubicles, and it's going to attack you.
Okay.
It gets a natural 1.
Yes.
All right, Cyrus, you're up.
Where is Lexi?
I am on the other side of the hall. So where you are, like 1, 2, 3 spaces to your right. I'm in that cubicle. Yeah.
So can I see her or like tell? Can I perceive an enemy?
Not where you're standing.
Okay. But I believe there's somewhere to my right.
Yeah.
You would have heard that sound.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a cubicle wall between us, but yeah. Yep, I'm right there.
Okay.
I'm kind of in the corner of the space, but yeah.
There is seemingly a very large, like street cat attacking Lexi.
Okay.
Right. That's what I was looking for. If I'm in combat, am I able to make a wisdom animal handling check to see if I can interact with it?
You could
Just
try
out of
on your turn.
curiosity. I know. I'm asking out of curiosity because I'm used to just fighting things.
It's fair.
All right. Yeah. I think Cyrus will come in and Lexi's engaged, right? So
Yes.
Yes.
okay.
You're also still invisible, so you definitely have advantage.
That's
Right.
true.
So I'm gonna go short swords. So first one at advantage. $26 to hit.
26 will definitely hit.
$24 points of damage.
Congratulations. You stab a cat to death.
Guess we're not talking to that cat.
So as you stab Ill Omen down, the cat like bursts apart into glitter. This like shower of like opalescent sparks rain down over the two of you, and both of you need to make a charisma saving throw.
I rolled a 4.
Me too.
Damn
4,
it.
5 total.
All right. We'll find out what that does later.
Oh boy.
There is another arrow. This one, these arrows are going to aim at Cyrus.
Yes.
The second one's a 20 to hit.
Yep.
That is 8 points of piercing and 10 points of piercing.
Can I see the attacker?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, probably not. 8.
Not with an 8. They just fly out of the shadows.
Okay.
All right.
Ow.
Whoops. Skipping everybody. Lexi, you're up.
Lexi will be right back.
All right. I'll just do you out of order. Auric, go ahead.
So, have I seen any of these arrows?
Give me a perception check.
16.
On a 16, the best you can get is that they're coming from vaguely like northeast of you, like further out into the cubicles.
Okay. Vaguely northeast. I guess I'm going to start by moving. Oh, cool. Oh, cubicle hallway.
Fun.
So your token can't see it very well, but you would see there is a humanoid shape crouched on the top of this cubicle. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 30 feet ahead of you, and then 5 feet down.
Okay. In roughly the direction that I thought the arrows were coming from.
Yes. Also, you would notice, these are cubicles. They're not like walls. This is only like this wide across, like maybe a couple of inches. And this thing is just like delicately balanced and seems to be like leaning down with a bow, firing arrows across towards the other two.
Okay, Robin Hood.
Well, in that case, let's see. Yeah, sure, YOLO. I'm going to, hang on, I'm going to measure. Yeah, good. I'm going to cast Earthen Grasp in the hallway right next to it. Grab it.
All right, go for it.
So that is going to be a strength save of 15.
It gets a 15 exactly.
Ah. A hand pops up right next to it and attempts to grab, misses, and gives it the finger.
All right. Anything else?
Don't think so.
All right, Lexi, you're up.
Okay. So Lexi, trying to think because the immediate threat is gone at the moment. Although you obviously have been attacked as well.
I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't?
Cyrus was.
Cyrus was. Okay, wrong person.
Yeah, we could just make a break for the elevator and try to get out of here, but I don't know what shooting arrows at us.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's whatever Cyrus or whatever Eric's wrestling with. Yeah, I'm gonna. So if I stand up on the table and shine the flashlight, how does that change my? Because I should be able to shine the flashlight over.
So you were standing here, right?
Yes.
Roll an acrobatics check for me.
Okay. $19.
All right. On a 19, nothing happens. So you want to try and climb up there?
Yeah. And shine the flashlight over in that direction.
You can shine the flashlight pretty easily. Now, if you want to get like your body up there, you see very quickly this is a very thin like material. It will absolutely not support,
Okay, the table
house.
won't support.
No, the table will.
That's what I'm talking about is the table, not the
table's fine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't talking about getting on the
So yeah,
ledge.
you're like shining your light up and over.
Yeah.
You can now see there is a humanoid shape wearing like a dark hood and cloak that was just firing arrows down towards you all.
Okay. Sorry, our local rep from Cawthorn, Allen, Tar, and Smith has decided to be chatty. She was upstairs. I don't know if okay. She's been being her normal weird self, so we're keeping an eye on her. Okay, so what am I going to do? I am going to go into my inventory and rage. And then I am going to throw a javelin at it.
All right.
Let's see. It's only an 11.
11 is not going to hit.
Didn't think so.
You do have 2 attacks.
All right, I'm going to try it again. How about an 18?
On an 18, yeah, it'll just take it. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So that's 8 points of damage.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do?
I
guess you actioned and bonus actioned.
I what?
You actioned and bonus actioned.
Okay.
Because you raged, so.
Right. What were you going to say? So
all you have left really is a move.
Yeah, okay.
Don't you get 2 attacks?
She missed the first one.
I missed, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, that's all I'm going to do. The only other thing I would do is probably like yell something, but I'm not sure if I want to yell just yet. I mean, obviously they knew where I am.
All right,
but...
each of you give me a D4 roll.
Okay.
Two.
4. Again.
All right, what did Oric get?
2.
2. All right. Then at the top, I've made a really disorienting map for myself.
Uh-oh.
Definitely just flung things into the void and no idea what's happening now.
Sounds like me.
All right. Oric, you hear and what looks like an alley cat. Actually, what looks like 2 alley cats come ripping out of the cubicles, and both of them are going to attack you. First one gets a 20.
Yeah, that's a hit.
3 points of slashing damage, and you need to make a strength saving throw.
Strength save. How about a 9?
Oof.
This thing like flying tackles you. This is like a 50-pound animal that just hit you like right in the chest, and you go over. And as you fall, it's going to bite you. But it's going to miss. but you are now prone. I'll go with the classic arrow in the knee, which means the second one will attack with advantage. 21 to hit.
Yeah.
And 3 more points of damage.
Woo.
Tag.
Cyrus, you're up.
Presumably, I need to make a concentration check.
Oh, yep. 2. Nope. Only did both hit?
Yeah, I got hit twice.
Yeah, so 2.
That's what, a con save?
Yep.
Oh, how about a 25 on that one? And then a dirty 20.
That'll pass.
The hand still exists.
All right. Can I see anybody? I can't tell what's going on with my light sources. So.
Oh, sorry. Give me an acrobatics check.
Pay attention to your story.
10.
You make it 10 feet from wherever you started, and you are going to fall prone. There is a dry erase marker on the ground that you didn't see before, and when you step on it, you fully banana peel cartoon character and come crashing down.
Okay. So like there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're prone. You could use half your movement to stand up if you'd like.
Okay. So I went 10. Is it half remaining or half to make a huge difference? But like, which half is it if I moved 10 feet first? Is it half of 20 or half of 30 to stand back up?
Let's see. It would make too much sense that if I look up prone, it would tell me how to not be prone.
Yeah.
Standing up takes more effort. Doing so costs an amount of movement. It has to be. All right, it's half of your total.
Okay. So I can move another 5 feet then. So I'll just take another 5-foot step forward, switch the ill omen back to the bow, and shoot one of the ones on Auric. Since I don't think I can see I'm assuming I can't see the cat or the humanoid archer.
Yep. Oh, and Lexi, at the end of your turn, give me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. So, yeah, my turn's over. So 16.
You are no longer cursed. All right. Roll.
15.
15. So something you can't see from where you're standing causes something to happen. And when you sort of step forward to plant yourself to fire, you step on a loose push pin, and it goes through your boot just enough to just very gently poke you in the bottom of your foot. You're gonna need to re-roll that attack.
$11.
And Lexi, you would see the creature that you're staring at. For a second, its eyes flare with blue fire. and you
fun.
hear Cyrus behind you. What sort of sound do you make stepping on like a tack?
It's probably just a curse.
Yeah.
So you see this happening simultaneously, and its eyes stay lit up. Something changed when it did that.
Just pleased.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do?
Oh, I probably should have done that first, but I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Two of the creatures have line of sight on you.
No.
Now, if you wanted to dash instead, you could duck into one of the cubicles, and you'd at least break line of sight.
Okay. Yeah. So I dash into that one.
Yep, that will be another acrobatics check, though. This should be nothing for you, though.
15.
Yeah. The chair was sticking out further than you expected, and you almost brought your foot down on like the leg of the rolly chair, and it would have like slid out from under you, and instead you like delicately step past it, and you're fine.
Okay.
All right. Lexi, you're watching as this creature that had been firing at you, its form has this sort of fluid melding, and suddenly there is it's a tiger in an impossible set of wildly not matching colors, and it is going to leap across and attack you.
Hey.
So it is going to it's going to make some claw attacks. That's a 20 to hit.
All right, that'll hit.
Go ahead and give me a strength saving throw. All right, first hit knocks you prone.
Bull crap! It was on the 18. It was practically cocked.
It only does 4 points of damage, though, so you'll cut that in half.
Okay.
But it's going to roll the next attack with advantage.
Right.
Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. So the next attack is a 20, and the first one is also going to deal 1 point of psychic damage.
Okay. So yeah, one. Yeah.
Psychic is the only thing you don't resist.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The second set of claws deal 7 damage, reduced to 3, and 7 points of psychic damage. And it's going to go ahead and make a bite.
Okay.
It only rolls a 14.
That
You
does
see the
not hit.
light in its eyes like burn out, and it's like everything rewinds for a second, and instead it's an 18 to hit.
Okay, yeah, no, that hurts.
And it deals 4 damage with its bite, but there is no psychic damage.
Okay, so that would be 2 then.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. And let's see here.
That's right. You have a reaction, don't you?
I have a reaction. Yeah. And yeah, since I haven't pulled out my mallet, I still have a hand free. So I can do that. Deflect the glove thing.
That's only on melee attacks.
Oh, it's only on melee
ranged
attacks?
Ranged attacks.
Range attacks. Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay. Hold on, let me then find where I was so I can look at my other reactions.
So otherwise, it's probably either hero light or blinding light.
Yeah. So blinding light is damage to another creature.
Oh, sorry, that should include you.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here. So what would be so I can do my reaction to force that creature to make a Constitution saving throw. Um
It
Okay,
gets a
so then it's
16.
okay, so DC 8 plus your proficiency plus your Constitution modifier. I take it that's what it has to beat.
Yes.
Yep, that'd be a 14. So it passes.
That would be a 14. Okay.
But it's still going to take half the radiant damage.
Okay. Okay, so on failure, it takes 4d6 plus your Constitution modifier. Is blinded for a minute. On successful, it takes half as much radiant damage and is not blinded. So then do I need to roll that 4d6?
Yep, roll the
Yes.
46 and then
Okay.
cut it in half.
Thank you. 2, 3, 4. That's 19. So cutting that in half is 9.
Yes.
Jeez.
You also had the Constitution modifier, so half your con.
Oh, half my con. So that's my con's a 3. So
Because it
one.
would have been 22.
Oh, so it
So
would have
it'd
been
be 11.
22.
So it's 11.
So it's 11.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
This whole space is illuminated for a second, and you all can see this weird tiger creature as it slashes into Lexi, and Lexi just like explodes with burning light for a second.
Yeah.
All right. Auric, you just catch like a glimpse of something.
Yeah, I did.
I just saw that.
Something like dashes across the open area there. Everyone, go ahead and give me. Actually, because Cyrus has multiple obstructions. We'll say Lexi and Auric both. No, this would count. Everybody, give me a perception check.
19.
9.
It finally cocked in a helpful way. 22.
All right. I think all of you can hear this though, and it becomes somewhat apparent. There are things coming out of the dark, and you can't quite tell how many or where, but they are definitely like there are flashes of movement like between the cubicles out there. All right. So that was the creature's turn. There are other things moving around. Cyrus, you haven't gone yet, right?
He's like, no, because you're gonna take it away.
I don't know what the round order
Oh no,
is,
you're right.
so-
You're right. We haven't gone all the way around. I always get confused by reactions. I don't know why. All of them go. We are back to Lexi. That's why I'm thrown off.
Oh, okay, so it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I am getting my brewer's mallet out and whacking this bitch upside the head. That's a 19.
19 will hit.
All right. And that's 13 points of damage.
All right.
And hit again. And that misses. That's a 10.
All right. Anything else?
No, I guess just making myself unprone.
All right.
But I guess I've kind of done that.
Cyrus, did you make a charisma save at the end of your turn?
No.
Okay, go ahead and do that. And Auric, you're up.
All right. So just to be clear, the archer is gone.
The archer turned into a giant tiger and is mauling Lexi's face. Cyrus, you're still cursed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to drop concentration on the hand then.
All right.
And I will magic missile the cats that are on me.
All right. How are you distributing those?
I'm going to do 1 and 1 and then see what they look like, and then do the third on whichever one is more damaged to try and kill it.
All right.
So the first one will be 4 points of damage.
All right.
The second one will be 3 points of damage.
All right. And you're splitting those?
I am.
Okay.
And assuming they are both still up, the third one will go after the one with 4 damage.
All right.
And it will take another, or sorry, the one that with 5 damage. So, wait, brain. 4 damage, 3 damage, 4 damage.
All right.
So one takes 8, one takes 3.
One is very hurt. The other is little hurt.
Yeah, I was hoping that since they're just cats that it would have gotten rid of at least one, but apparently not. I will stand up.
All right. Anything with your bonus action?
Trying to think. Nope.
All right. At the top, everyone give me another D4 roll.
Four.
1.
All right. You all just barely hear the sounds of more things moving out in the dark. And I think I'm going to leave us here at the top of the round. So, our scene, this warehouse-like space filled with row after row of cubicles. There are monstrous, otherworldly cats of varying sizes and types crawling over and through and around the cubicles, swarming out of the dark to attack you. The only lights are the lights that you've brought and the shining red light over the door behind you. Our camera will sort of pull back and fade out with the sounds of our intrepid heroes locked in combat. And we'll have to see what happens next week. All right. I definitely didn't do a Zoom video, so I hope the recording turned out okay.
Oh no.
All right. Good night, Internet.